If you are out and about a little bit today, the likelihood is that you ran across some people who had some kind of dirt on their forehead. Maybe in the past, maybe even today, you might have even gone up to someone and said, excuse me, you've got something right there. I think both my mom and my wife have done that to individuals, only to be told, no, that's supposed to be there. Because you see, today is a day that many in the religious world count as being very special. They call it Ash Wednesday. And that is the day, according to them, that marks the beginning of a 40-day period that is referred to as Lent. And that will continue for them until they celebrate what the world calls Easter. And during that period, they are supposed to contemplate the suffering of Christ. They are to be penitent, and they are to be involved in fasting. It involves giving up something. Now, a lot of times it's something that people don't even care about giving up. I don't like coconut, so maybe I could give that up for that period, and that wouldn't be much of a sacrifice. Now, for others, it might even involve a period of fasting that would last for 40 days. Now, I'll let you look up on Wikipedia or whatever else you want to look up about Lent and about Ash Wednesday and how it began and so forth. But I bring it to our attention because if you ask someone who is celebrating this, who's practicing this, why are you doing this? What's the answer that you're going to get? Well, some would probably try and say, well, it's representative of the fasting that Jesus did. And you could say, yes, I understand that that's the idea behind it, but why do you do this? And someone else might say, yeah, well, it's a period of sacrifice and reflection. Yes, I know what you do while this is going on, but why do you do it? And eventually, the answer, and the only answer that really can be given, is because we're told to do it by our religious leaders. That's the authority for it. It has become something that is tradition, and many people follow it without even looking to the Scriptures. It makes me think of what Jesus said in Matthew 15 and verse 9, where he talked about the Pharisees, and he said, but in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. And this is what happens when people get away from the Bible, away from the book. We as people begin practicing things in the name of religion only because people or men have said, let's do that. Now, I hope you understand, I am not trying to pick on anyone who would practice that or question their sincerity. That's up to them. But I'm just trying to point out that many things like this in the religious world are practiced with no more authority than our leaders tell us to. There's a verse in the Old Testament, in the book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse 18, and we use it sometimes, and I think we misuse it sometimes. It says in the beginning of it, where there is no vision, the people perish. I've heard that verse used to talk about how we need to plan for the future. There has to be a vision. If we don't, we'll perish. And while that's true, that's not what this verse teaches. The idea of where there is no vision is really the idea of where there is no revelation, where God has not revealed himself. When men don't follow God's revealed word, the people perish. The New King James Version translates it this way, and maybe it helps us to understand a little bit better. Where there is no revelation, the people cast off restraint. That's interesting, isn't it? where they stop following the revelation of God, they cast off restraint. They begin to do what they want to do. It's interesting, the second part of that verse says, "But happy is he who keeps the law." There's a contrast there. Those who have cast off restraint and do what they want, and those who are happy who keep the law. Folks, it's just so important for us to always go to the book, to God's revealed word, for what we do, for what we practice, for what we teach. Because it is in God's revelation that we find how to serve Him. And I don't want any of us, when somebody says, "Why do you do that as a member of the Church of Christ?" whatever it may be, to say, "I don't know, that's just what we've always done. That's just our tradition." No. We do this or that or whatever it is because we find it in the Word of God. And that's what we want to encourage people to obey. We want them always to go back to God's Word. I like the way it's said in Jeremiah 6 and verse 16. "Thus saith Jehovah, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls." Now, sadly, the people of Jeremiah's day said, "We will not walk in them." I don't want us to make that mistake. Let's go to God's Word, because in it we find life, the life that's found only in Christ. And so tonight, as we extend the Lord's invitation, we're not asking anybody to do anything because it's our tradition, but because of what God's Word teaches us. We would encourage you as a believer to repent and then to confess Christ and be baptized for the remission of your sins. And if you've done that but have fallen away and need to come back, to repent, to pray to God for forgiveness. And if we can help you and pray with you, we'd be happy to do that. And so, my friend, if you're subject in any way to the invitation of God's Word, we encourage you to come as we stand and sing.